Hey, fourth grade, it's Miss Cobble again. This time we're talking about problem solving with measurement conversions. So this relates a lot to what you did last week when we used the star chart. So I've included the star chart again because we don't expect you to memorize all this. You can refer back to this anytime you need it. So now this time it's a little more problem solving focused, but you're still doing the same conversions that you were doing last week. All right, so here's an example of what you're going to come across. So this word problem says, each parking spot is 8 feet wide. A parking lot has 24 parking spots side by side. What is the width measured in yards of the parking lot? Okay, so my first thing is I notice each parking spot is 8 feet, but we want to answer in yards. So the first thing I'm going to write is, what do I know from the star chart? So I know 1 yard is 3 feet. I'm just going to write that here below my work so I remember that. And that'll also help me remember that I need to convert. Okay, so the first two sentences, each parking spot is 8 feet wide. A parking lot has 24 parking spots side by side. Okay, so 24 spots, each one is 8 feet wide. So 24 times 8, that's going to give me 192 for the total width. What's going to help you with this problem solving is labeling your numbers. Right now, I'm talking in feet. A lot of people make the mistake is you start to multiply or start to solve, and then you think, oh, that's my answer. But remember, this is asking for the answer in yards, so I'm not done. So my next step is I need to convert 192 feet to yards. I drew a diagram kind of similar to how we were doing last week. So I'm not going to draw 192 feet here, but I know for every 3 feet, it's 1 yard. Okay, so it's going to take me less yards because they're bigger. So 192 divided by 3, I divided it out. It gave me 64. Notice I labeled my number here, and it's in yards, so I did answer the question like it asked. So as you're going through and doing all the problem solving, one of the things you want to think about as you're solving is, am I dividing the numbers or am I multiplying? So what I mean by that is you're going to divide when you're going from units like inches to feet or yards to miles. Because, like, for example, an inch is much smaller than a foot. You're going to need a lot less feet than you are inches. Same thing here. A mile is way longer than a yard. So you're dividing to get that smaller number. Over here, this just shows you a couple examples of when you multiply. So like if you're going from feet to inches, so there's going to be a lot more inches than feet. So we're going to multiply to increase the number. Cups to fluid ounces, it's going to take a lot more fluid ounces. Tons to pounds, a ton is huge. So if I was writing that in pounds, there's going to be a lot more. And then last one is meters to centimeters. This does not include every single example, but that will help you when you're looking back at the star chart to know when are you multiplying versus when are you dividing to convert. If you need more help with the conversions, you can go back to the video from last week, and there's a link right here. Pay attention to the units. What is the question asking for? Like in my example, it was giving us in feet, but asking in yards. Most of the time on these assignments this week, it's going to change that unit. And then lastly, think about when you divide versus multiply. And you can go back to that slide as well for help. Let us know if you have questions, and good luck with everything. Bye.